So, good afternoon to the council. My name is Mariana Alves Pereira. I am a scientist. I hold a bachelor's in physics from the State University of New York at Stony Brook, a master's in biomedical engineering from Drexel University in Philadelphia, and a PhD in environmental sciences from the New University of Lisbon in Portugal. I started studying the effects of infrasound on workers within the Portuguese Air Force since 1988. So I have 30 years of research in terms of the health or the effects of infrasound on human health. So I have prepared a very small slide presentation so that what you are now looking at is what acoustic energy is emitted by rotating blades. Any rotating blades, whether it be wind turbines, helicopters, rotating blades on planet Earth produce infrasound. The red bars is what legislation tells you to measure, and the gray bars is what is actually there. And on the left, it's when they're not rotating, and on the right, it's when they are rotating. As you can see, there is an enormous amount of acoustic energy within the infrasound range on the right-hand side, which is emitted and generated by rotating wind turbines. Again, I show you that what legislation tells you to measure is reflected in the red bars. Or in other words, the legislation does not reflect anything related to infrasound. So why is this important? Look, the Russian Federation knows that infrasound can affect health. It's very clear to them. It's been clear to them since the 1970s. The numbers you are seeing are the Russian Federation's legislated numbers for infrasound levels. Please notice they have it legislated for the workplace and for living environments, residences. Governments do not legislate agents of disease if they're not agents of disease. This is a terrible situation, what we are subjecting the general public to because of these wind turbines. This is the sort of health problems that you can develop if you now live in a home with infrasound, whether it's wind turbines or anything else, but here we are talking about wind turbines. Please notice, these symptoms are cumulative. People start developing these symptoms slowly. It's not like a zapping. So when the wind turbines come up, people say, oh, I can live with this. This is okay. 5 months into this, they can't sleep. 10 months into this, they have all sorts of problems, including they can't stand up, they're falling down, they have headaches, they can't eat. And this is just the human beings. Let's not talk about the animals, because the animals, it's atrocious. So I just want you to get an idea of what you're going to subject your public, your citizens, if you allow these wind turbines in Israel. In fact, I don't understand that at all. Just to give you an idea of what's happening in Israel, if you think these people are crazy, the ones that complain about this infrasound in their home, look what happens in Australia. Look at this home. Look at the desperation of these people. They are building a wall around the home, trying to keep infrasound out. Oh, and by the way, those are the Blue Mountains of Australia. That's the view of the home. And these people, are they crazy or are they extremely desperate because nobody cares? You think these are the only ones? Look at in Germany. Germany, look at the desperation of these people. They had to abandon their bedroom in the top left hand, and now they're living in a bunker bedroom, which they had to build in their homes to get away from infrasound. This is no joke. This is a huge public health problem. This is Canada. Many of these homes, which are indicated in the red, many of these homes have been abandoned. People, of course, the ones of lower social economic possibilities, have to stay in their homes and get sicker by the moment. You must please reconsider wind turbines in Israel. Thank you. And please, any questions that you may have, I am available.
Okay, just one question. What is the recommended distance from wind turbines that would solve this problem? Or
science does not have a safe distance. Anybody who comes to you with 600 meters, 1.5 kilometers, that's not based on science. They're pulling that out of a hat. That is not based on science.
So there is no solution to infrasound?
You can put them in the middle of the desert, maybe 50 kilometers radius each way. Maybe you might not have a problem. Please, please don't do this. This is, I've been dealing with many, many countries around the world. When I was communicated through by Israel, oh, we're getting winter. I could not understand. Israel is getting, no. Why are you I don't understand why your government would even think about putting wind turbines in Israel. This makes no sense for any country, maybe with the exception of Australia, where they have large empty areas of living people. Oh, because we're not talking about animals, right? We don't care about the birds. We're just talking about people, right? So large empty areas of people, and maybe put them there. This is a ridiculous solution for our energy problems. Oh, and have you been told that this is green energy? These are fiberglass blades, and they last about 10 to 15 years, after which they go into a recycling thing, which means they bury them in the ground. I'm so sorry, there is no safe distance. Any safe distance that they give you, it's not scientifically based. And I challenge them. Any safe distance, less than 50 kilometers, I challenge anybody who comes and says this to you. Please inform yourselves.
Great, thank you very much.